Hey, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk quick hit. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Recently, I had a subscriber ask me to make a video about side scraping, so I told him I would wait for a good example. And I've got one here for you, real quick. I'm in my low premium Tier 8 German heavy tank, one of the better side scraper that you will find, especially at its own tier, which is what we have here on highway. And I've gone into the city, which is pretty standard for heavies to do. You can see that we've got a decent amount of TDs covering over on the west side, and we've pushed a bunch of our heavies into the city. You'll note that I'm the only one kind of on the right side here. The rest of my heavies are off to my left, sort of pushing mid-city. So as most people know, there's a spot here where enemy heavies will show up, and then of course right here. So I'm going to move up to this corner, which is right ahead of me, and I'm going to set up for a side scrape. I'll show you what I'm doing. So as I approach in here, I don't poke the front of my tank around that corner, which is going to expose clearly my lower plate. And even if I'm slightly angled, because there's already about a 45-degree angle to that corner where the enemy will be, it's going to be very difficult for me to put a good angle on it. So they're going to get more or less a straight shot at my lower plate. If I'm extremely fast, I might be able to get up there first and be there first, but because I am in a low, I suspect there's probably already a tank or two there. So you'll see that I've come in, I've pushed the front of my tank up into this building, and then you'll watch me maneuver as I kind of shift the tank around here and get ready to side scrape. One thing you got to watch out for while you're doing this is, and I come right back out, one thing you got to watch out for while you're doing this is sometimes you'll come up and you'll stick just a bit of the corner of your tank out, and that will let them know that you're there. So you would like to get into this side scrape position without actually letting them know that you're there, so that when you back up for that first shot, that's the first time they see you. Otherwise you're lit and they kind of see you maneuvering around. So you'll notice that I've come out and I've angled my tank. I backed up and I shot because I knew that's where that guy was going to be if he was already poking around. And I took a return shot, but it went into my tracks. So the purpose then of the side scrape is to expose as little of the front of your tank as possible while keeping a very high angle with the rest of your tank that is going to be exposed. If you are a rear turreted tank, this works really well. They're the best at side scraping, provided their side armor is good enough for it. If it's a very far forward turret tank, that can be difficult. The low has a forward turret, but it's not crazy forward, and it's got some good side armor. Big tracks to eat shots. Okay, so do that. Now I do not repair. I do not use the repair kit right here. Let me show you what I'm doing with my camera. Because there was nobody else there. And once again, I back out, side scrape, take the shot, and I used the repair kit that time because I knew his buddy was there, and I knew as soon as he saw me tracked with my lower hole hanging out there, he was going to come in and take a shot. So I'm going to burn the repair kit there just so he can't get a shot on me. And now I come out. You can see that I'm using the timing on my own reloads. Just a really bad idea on his part. And I don't want to be out there sitting there while I'm not reloaded, so I'm waiting. You'll see the timer there. And just as it gets close, I'm going to come out and take a shot. And I end up missing him. So again, exposing as little of the front of my tank as possible. So if you zoom out, if we can get this thing to zoom here. Sometimes the replay doesn't want to play nice. There we go. And you'll note then as I come in here how little of my tank is exposed, right? So that's about the angle that they're looking at right here. Just my tracks, the side of my tank, half of my turret. So I'm only coming out, you can see it right there, as little of my tank exposed as possible. Just a bad idea on his part as he comes around. I'm not really sure what he was doing right there. Take advantage of it. And now I'm just reloading. And again, coming back out, side scraping just to where I can see him. And unfortunately, I actually missed that shot. You'll also notice that I'm snapshotting, and that is a strength of the low. It's got a very accurate gun, so you're able to pop out like that and pop those shots off. I'll show you one more example as we come in here. So one more as I come in here. I'm working that corner. Setting up. This will be epic. You ready for this? Oh, there's nobody there anymore. They left. But it shows you an example of how to maneuver and come in there. I hope this helps. Take it easy. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe. We will see it.